Welcome to 30 and Nerdy. We are all together on this beautiful, crisp, 60-degree weather night.
It is wonderful.
Beautiful.
And we got Brady back, as you can tell.
What up? Figured out my car.
It's in the trunk.
Turns out I'm an idiot.
I told him.
He just wanted to play Destiny 2.
No, it didn't work.
Were you stuck at a gas station?
I drove to a gas station and then I'm like, well, this sucks. And I went back home like, I can't come tonight. My car is...
How much power did you gain on your Destiny character?
I don't remember. I'm at 282 right now, though.
I'm at 265.
Nice. Raid ready.
I'm like at 260 something too.
I just keep on getting crap for all my
I think I'm at 269. I'm like, come on, give me 270. Give me 270.
You will continuously get crap no matter what.
Yep.
So don't.
Yeah, I saw your.
Do not get your hopes
I saw your
up.
tweet about getting 2 exotics and both being the same thing.
Yeah.
Twice in a row.
It happened last night too. The only good thing was I got more powerful Cold Heart, which.
Hey, you can't complain there.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool gun.
All right, well, this week we are going to be doing games that have stood the test of time and a few that we think did not stand the test of time. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and hit us up and tell us if we're right or wrong or what games you thought stood the test of time. We would love to hear from you.
Most definitely.
Because we're starting to try and mash our Facebook account, at least, because I don't know. Twitter never really made sense to me. I'm an old fart, and so I just don't like using it.
Yeah, fuck that Twitter. Smash that like button on Facebook, though.
Yep.
And share, keep on listening. We love the people who are interacting with us
Yeah, I'm
and
so
talking
happy
to
to
us.
have people to interact with. Finally, just like, whoa, people are talking to us now. That's awesome. It's great. Let's keep it up.
Yep.
And I think
Especially if you're a Titan in Destiny, I want to hear from you.
Or if you're a warlock,
Warlock.
in Destiny,
we don't care
hit
about
me
you
up.
hunters.
No, we don't. Go away. JK, bro.
That's the
Bro,
last
bro.
thing I'm leveling, and I'm not gonna take my. Or
I'm gonna take. You're
I'm
gonna take.
gonna take my good damn time on it.
Hunter roll is fun. It's pretty memey. Just whoop, whoop. Can't shoot me. Can't shoot me. Can't shoot me. I also can't jump.
Did you say Hunter roll?
Yeah.
They roll,
Yeah.
so I can play Dark Souls and Destiny 2.
Yep.
Destiny 2 is Dark Souls of Destiny.
I would like to take this moment to apologize to you, fair listener, for that.
Well, the platforming in Destiny 2 is the Dark Souls of video
God.
game platforming.
So
Only if you're not paying attention. It's not hard.
Okay, so there's that one strike you have to do with the spinny thing,
inverted spire.
and I've never been able to do it.
I will say the one
Okay.
strike that we were on though,
I-
where it had all those like little light beams passing. I was like, this is ridiculous and stupid.
Or you have to run through them.
Yeah, because there's the one where
Yeah.
it like has the two that go side to side and top and down, and I was like, how? Every time I try and go, it's like, oh nope, can't go, can't go,
no,
can't
I
go.
know
The
you're
one
talking
with the
about.
giant Vex at the end.
That's the Nightfall this week, as of September 26th when you're listening to this.
Okay.
So it'll be a week from now
Yeah.
because we're back.
So this is that was the Nightfall last week.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not good at time travel.
all right, well let's kick this off. We did share a video, so I'm just going to kind of run through that list, and then we're going to say yay or nay on whether we feel these games stood the test of time. They're going to be the games of the given year from like 2002 to 2016, I think.
Nice.
Okay, so first one is the original Halo.
I will go to bat for this. The graphics don't hold up,
Yeah.
but gameplay-wise,
It's still pretty
it's
solid.
Halo.
Yeah.
Plus, like, the best pistol in any game.
Oh,
I will
easily.
agree. Oh, so good.
You could beat that game on Legendary with pistol only.
But you got to think.
I wanted to beat it with the pistol only. I was like, all the other guns suck. The pistol is just amazing, and it's fun. It feels powerful when you're hitting the trigger.
Yeah. But for a game coming out in 2001, the world felt rich and alive.
Oh, dude, and the
Now it
skybox was, like,
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Now it probably feels Spartan, but
Yeah.
oh,
No, it's really great,
I
though,
wasn't even
because,
going for that.
That's great.
because I remember, like, on my standard definition 22-inch TV,
Yep.
and I remember how beautiful it looked and how crisp it looked, and, like, oh my god, you can, like, see the halo if you keep looking up.
Yeah.
You could see, like, it felt like you could see the details. I bet you anything if I went back and looked at it, Like, it's just a bunch of smudges.
Yeah, but with our current atmosphere of shooters, how you move so fast. Going back and like I had the Master Chief Collection for Xbone, and you can choose to play Halo 1 online, and you move so incredibly slowly.
You know what's funny though?
It's like, oh, I have to get all the way across cold storage. It'll take me. I'll be there in half an hour, guys.
You know what's funny though is that Master Chief is supposed to be able to move like 25 miles per hour.
He's an augmented superhuman. Maybe he is moving so fast and it's just slow to him.
Maybe it's just a really big place.
Or it's relativity and time is moving slower.
Oh.
Halo 1, though, holds up.
I agree.
But if you're a fan of the game, you
yes.
owe it to yourself to play the remastered version if you haven't.
And I'm a person who pretty much hates Halo. I only like Halo 1 and 2. Anything after that can just...
I liked Halo 3. Halo 3 was fun because I played with friends and beat the campaign, so that was a lot of
Happy
fun.
birthday yesterday. It turned 10 years old.
Happy birthday, Halo 3.
Crazy to think.
Or last week in a day.
Yeah. Well, yesterday as of right now, as we are in this room.
Okay, so next one, Battlefield 1942. I haven't played this one in a while, but I did play it extensively at Faith because we were allowed to. It was a good game to play with the network because you had no latency. I'll say that game is ridiculously amounts of fun because it kind of had the craziness of what's Battlefield? Bad Company.
Yeah.
But it still was set in 1942. So, I mean, it didn't have the kind of sense of humor that Bad Company had, but it had a lot of kind of, I think, what got shoved into.
Was it the same engine?
Like mechanics. Possibly.
Because I know dice games always look great.
I've never played Battlefields.
You're missing out.
They're pretty fun.
I was always a Call of Duty guy.
I was too, but I enjoy them for different reasons. Yeah. Like if I really want to get immersed in the feel of like either whatever war I'm trying to play, I go Battlefield because you feel kind of that gritty, dirty,
they try
real boots on the ground
to the real thing as much as possible.
I don't know. I had Battlefield 4, and I just like to load the helicopter full of people and then crash it.
Like that video where the guy like throws the C4 on the planes and just lets people take off and then blows it up. And then you just listen to
funny.
He just listens to all the people.
I did that in Halo 3 in the map Rat Race. I'd get a full Warthog. It's like, all right, we're going to B or whatever, and then what are you doing? What are you doing? Just hold on. There's a shortcut, and I drive right off the
edge. So I think graphically, of course, doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
Not many of these games are going to hold up with graphics, but I think gameplay, Battlefield 1942, could still be a lot of fun if you get friends and play it.
Look at CSGO or Counter-Strike.
Yes.
When
people know what CSGO is.
I know, but people are still playing it.
The original 6 or 1.6.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I can't.
And they're buying $1,000 knife skins.
It's crazy.
I've always wanted to try that game, but the learning curve is going to be.
It is hard.
Almost impossible because people have been playing that for 10 plus years. They know exactly where to look, where to shoot.
That was the first time I got into a clan.
So I'll just watch people play it and enjoy it from afar.
That was one of the games I got because I had 3 real friends, real life friends, and then one guy that we played that we somehow got connected with by one of the friends, and we started 4HM, which was supposed to be the 4 Horsemen, but then we slowly started getting more and more members, and so then we became For Honor and Mercy, which now is defunct and dead, because our website got taken over by bots or something. I don't know,
Probably.
years ago. But
that sounds like KSI. You trying to creep on our territory?
I am. I think I was creeping before KSI was around.
Probably.
And so I creep.
All right, and you'll like this, Brady. The clan was masterminded by me in Mr. Fisher's homeroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I always forget that we went to the same high school, and so.
Did it have the lingering stench of coffee even back then?
Yes.
It smelled like a coffee machine.
Yeah, I remember we had one history class.
It smelled like old people and coffee, and it's like, oh, it's time for econ or some other boring.
I remember we had one really small class of like 8 people or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I made the coffee that day, but I was a stupid high schooler who didn't know how to make coffee, so I made it like 8 times more powerful.
Oh, God.
It would have put hair back on Mr. Fisher's head.
Knowing him, he loved to talk about nothing, so that probably was the best class of the day.
It was. All right.
Conversation for no one. Sorry.
All right, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
I never liked it.
I loved it. I thought that was one of the best Star Wars games that I've played.
That's when I discovered how much I hate BioWare.
See, I enjoyed BioWare.
It was fun. I wasn't in the right mind state to play it, but I'd like to go back and try it now.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it being really good. It's just I had a very low attention span, and I'm like, I'll just go play Halo 2. But it's a very good game. I'm sure it still holds up.
Yeah, I think that one holds up. Of course, once again, probably not graphically, but
No.
a lot of these games you play because you're playing for nostalgia and you're playing because you love the story and the people and the
We're so
setting.
spoiled right now with very good graphics.
I know.
That anything's going to look drab and
Yeah.
depressing.
Though this next one, the graphics, I think, will hold up. Half-Life 2.
Still looks beautiful.
Still looks beautiful.
Even runs at like you can have a turd computer and it's still going to run at 60 plus frames per second.
And the physics in that game is so good.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's still amazing. I still love that game to death.
We're still waiting for Half-Life 3.
It's not going to happen. So the 10 years went up on Half-Life 3, and a guy released like all the storyline that he had planned out, and he's like, "This is never coming to fruition."
I still am holding out hope. That and Star Wars StarCraft Ghost.
You're dumb.
Believe. Believe. Okay, next one.
You just like
Well, Brady wasn't going to. He never played it. What would you like to say? What would you like to say about Half-Life 2, Brady? Whatever your name is, AJ.
Oh, I thought maybe Brady had something to add, and then I realized he's never played PC games.
Nope.
Noob.
I played a Hot Wheels game on PC. That was awesome. You had to make your own track in a kid's garage. Do like sick jumps over mice?
Did you have a
jumps?
Did you have a Hot Wheels PC?
No, but I wish I do now.
You could probably still make
We
one.
had a Gateway.
Oh, Gateway.
Gateway 2000?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, God of War.
Let's see.
I think it's still.
The gameplay, I would say, holds up because they've never changed it.
Yeah.
And I love Dante's Inferno, which is just the same thing except for in hell. But beyond that, the graphics, it's a turd.
Yeah.
But
The remastered isn't terrible, but it's still not great.
But that's a remaster, though. If you go back and play the original, it's going to look like a big bag of dicks. But the gameplay is still going to be that same. It'll probably be slower and choppier than what we're compared. You know, we're used to like 60 frames per second, high speed action now, compared to what they used to roll, which was like a 30 frame per second game.
I would agree. Okay, so these next two I have never played. Okami.
Holds up. It's good.
I mean, graphically, I think it looks like it would hold up because it kind of has that odd
Yeah,
style.
It's stylized that it won't ever look bad just because it's not trying to go for realism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those games where you play it and you get to a point and it's like, oh, I just beat it. And it's like, nope, you still have 20 hours of gameplay left.
Those are good games.
Yeah, it's
Most
really
of the time.
fun. If you haven't played it, I would recommend it.
Never heard of it.
It's good. You play as a dog who is a princess or queen or goddess.
Something.
Is this a JRPG?
Kind of.
It's a Japanese game that's good.
You don't
That's about
like
as-
any Japanese
I know.
game,
I was
but
going to
I
say
like
that's
this
about as
one.
close as Brady's going to get to a JRPG.
I guess.
I like Cooking Mama and Mario.
Mario. And that's actually the next one, Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh yeah, awesome.
And see, I never got. Once I got past Super Mario 1, because we never bought Super Mario 2. I borrowed it from friends, but we never owned it. And same thing, Super Mario 3, which was great, but we never owned it, so I never played it extensively. And then once I got out of the first Nintendo, I didn't buy another console till PlayStation, so I never got back into Mario.
The last Mario that I played was Mario Sunshine, and it was not good.
It's its own thing. It's fun when you don't.
There were
compare it
better
to the
GameCube
other-
titles you could play.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, in a bubble, it's really good. But when you start to look outside the bubble, it's like, oh, what's that Mario game? Don't do that, because you're gonna hate Super Mario Sunshine. But Galaxy, I mean,
The only thing
it
I
was
remember
it was a breath of fresh air when you're looking at the other normal Mario games, because you can go. I remember going upside down and like inverted, and it messed with my head. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And the level design was beautiful.
So here's what I remember from Super Mario Galaxy is that it had foiling on it, but only on certain letters. So it would say, "You are Mr. Gay." Because the U and the R, the M and the R, and then the G and the A and the Y. So the Super Mario Galaxy, URMRGAY. You're Mr. Gay.
So progressive of Nintendo.
I would have to say that Super Mario World is far better, holds up to the extreme. I could play that. The Super Nintendo one, I could play it a million times.
But-
and I have.
Most Wii games aren't going to hold up to any scrutiny.
Yeah, because it was not a good console.
But Nintendo's great at making Mario games
Nintendo.
look good, just with the hardware that they have, and it's the same case with Mario Galaxy. Like, I played it, I want to say like 4 months ago-ish, sometime between 2016 and now. It's still really fun. It's not fun using a Wiimote. It never was, never will be, unless you're bowling or playing tennis.
Or boxing.
Yeah.
I remember AJ and I doing a boxing match where we were punching and we went balls to the walls. And it was, we were just like,
Blast beaten.
yeah. And, and then all of a sudden it's like, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're
it
both
was
like,
the warm
we had both gassed ourselves on like the.
the warm up.
So then we were just like, it looked like the Kimbo Slice's last fight where he just had they gassed each other in like the first 2 minutes. And it's
Yeah.
like two people that are just kind of
It's
powder
like,
puffing
oh,
each
no,
other.
I actually have to do this now. Yeah, play Mario Galaxy. It's fun. Second one's good too.
Next one, Fallout 3. And I think that one does stand the test of time, both in gameplay and in graphics.
I'd say gameplay, yes. Graphically, it sucks, but
Yeah.
but there's mods. If you're playing on a PC, you can just mod the shit out of it and make it look beautiful. I did that for my PC version. Looks wonderful. Honestly, though, like, really, think back on it. Everything's this weird.
Kind of greenish
Green.
gray.
It looks like you're playing a game in the Matrix.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what year did that come out?
It was 2008.
Okay, I was trying to think of what the Matrix was doing around that time. I
Nothing.
think it was done.
Well, I mean, how do we know what the Matrix is doing?
Oh,
We
you're
just
right.
live in it.
We are the Matrix. The Matrix is us.
Just remember, there are no instances of
Deja Blue?
deja vu.
I drink the water.
We're a Dasani podcast. Get that Deja Blue out of here.
No, I only drink Deja Blue.
Deja Blue is really good. It doesn't taste like anything, which is the best.
And it's the cheapest.
Yep.
1 liter for 70 cents.
It's got to be good.
Sponsor us.
Uncharted 2 is the next one.
Never
and I've
played
never
it.
played any of the Uncharted. And I'm kind of sad about that because I really loved the look of the, not this year's E3, but last year's E3. Uncharted, was that 4?
4.
And then the new Uncharted that just came out.
Uncharted.
And it's,
Put name here.
See, I never had a PS3, so I never really got a chance to experience.
I did, but all I did was just Call of Duty.
I have Uncharted 4 for PS4, and it's still in its shrink wrap.
All right, next one, and I know AJ's going to hate this one because it's a BioWare game, but Mass Effect 2.
Yes.
And I think it stands up both in story and in graphics.
Yep. Because it fixed the clunkiness from 1.
Yeah,
And, yeah, story's top notch. It's good.
I'd agree.
Unlike Andromeda, which was a rust piece of crap.
I haven't played Andromeda.
Just watching people play is like this had so much potential, but because they're focusing on Anthem, this was their B team developing Andromeda. So it kind of got like, this can fail, we don't care.
I'm
Just
really excited
release
for
it
Anthem, by
and
the way. I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Destiny player. It does look fun though. Another loot grab game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right, let's see here. Portal 2.
Yep.
And that one is beautiful.
Timeless.
Yeah. That is awesome.
It's like Pong. It's gonna.
I mean,
be
even
good no matter what.
Even Portal 1, I think, still stands up.
Oh, God, yes. Even if it is only like an hour long or 30 minutes if you're really good at it.
But the jokes, the writing in it, I love the humor of those games.
Quality over quantity.
Yep.
It's excellent. Game.
Don't ever expect a Portal 3 because Valve doesn't believe in that number.
Yeah, they don't count to 3.
They're just going to be like the iPhone. Portal 4. Where they just skip over a number.
Portal
X.
Next one is Journey. And I think that game stands the test of time. It is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of fun.
Journey.
It's a...
I never played it.
I know the name.
It's a game that, like, pretty much you just journey through something. I could spoil it.
Is it a side scroller?
No, it's 3D. And so you have this little... I mean, it's a Japanese-ish looking character, and you have this long cape that gains and loses... I think you lose sections to it. And you just solve puzzles, and it has, like, music set in kind of dusty, sand-ridden places, and then you can unlock all the... It's gorgeous. I mean, it's...
Is that the game where the more you play it, the more color comes to the world?
Possibly. I don't know. I never finished it, but I have played it and just played it recently because I was like, I saw that on my shelf and on my little bar.
Yeah.
Because I like digital.
Same.
I don't know. I got it for free on PSN. I just haven't played it.
You should play it. It's fun. I played it, or I downloaded it. I was like, I'll give it a try. And it's really calming, wonderful, really nice. Next one, The Last of Us.
Holds up.
And I absolutely love that game.
I didn't like it.
Loved it, loved it, loved it.
I don't think it needed a remaster as quick as it got, but
Yeah.
it's one of the most successful games.
PS4 needed it because it had no games. But
Right
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
I feel like I'm unpopular opinion the podcast
That's okay.
because it's like you guys are like naming off these games that like everybody's like globally loved, and I'm like, dude, I just didn't like that game.
That game, the story is amazing, but if it's too hard, pop it to easy. I did. There's no shame in playing a game on easy, people.
That's true. Plus, you can carry over your save and have all your junk for the next one. Then you can bump up the
And
level.
those shriekers or screamers, whatever those things were called,
I died so many times.
it's like, you know what? I'm not going to go through this.
Hoarding my scissors, which I think that's the one dumb... I know why they did it, but the game mechanic... They're scissors. They're going to last for longer than one stab in somebody's head.
Yeah, it was
Case in
bullshit,
point.
and you needed 4.
Dumb crafting and dumb repair mechanic.
Yep.
It'd be so much better if you didn't have to micromanage all that crap. You could just play the game. But whatever.
But I did enjoy going around trying to loot the world because it was so beautiful.
It gave you a point to explore.
Yeah,
when
and it
some
was
people probably
gorgeous.
wouldn't.
Like when you hit the zoo
Mm-hmm.
and other places. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
All right. And then the final decision, which I wish they would have given you the option. But, I mean, it kind of pigeonholed you into making the decision for you. I chose not to be the mean person. I just kind of let it go in case people haven't played it. But
Fable 1. I'm trying to guess what the game is.
No. I was saying for the end of The Last of Us 2.
Oh.
That I didn't do... I just kind of stood there at the end of the game and let the
Yeah.
game just kind of carry me down instead of me actively taking a role in
Oh, okay.
the bad things. Next one, Dragon Age Inquisition. And once again, another BioWare game.
I hated Origins. It wasn't the game I thought it was going to be. So I never played Inquisition, but
I played Inquisition, and it came out at a bad time for me, just for where I wanted to play it, but I just never was hyped enough to slog through it. Because I started like 4 different characters just to see which class I liked, and I'd always get to the same point, and then I just stop playing it.
Yeah.
And it's like 500 hours that you can dump into that game if you want to.
Jeez.
Next one, and I know AJ probably won't like this one either, but The Witcher 3.
How couldn't it hold up? It's current generation.
It is, but these are just all the like top games, game of the year till 2016. So we're almost at 2016. So this one, I think, graphically, once again, does hold up.
It's
The
beautiful.
story is absolutely amazing. Though I did watch a YouTube video that said that all may not be great in the world of CD Projekt Red as a company to work for and cultivate, people wanting to stay there for longer than a year.
Why?
Because they have like this website where people can rate companies, and they'll rate like the CEO, and then they'll kind of list their grievances and what they liked and what they didn't like about the company. And a lot of times they said like the managers didn't really know what was going on, they didn't really have the right people in those roles, and that there wasn't really good communication between departments. So then it got to crunch time, and everybody had to scramble.
Yeah.
Then you're working like 16-hour days, 6 days a week, and so it wasn't a place where there wasn't a ton of, because it's a smaller company, so there wasn't as many reviews as like an EA or about the amount of reviews that they did have. So I'm hoping that's not, because I love CD Projekt Red. I think they have a great business model of like the free downloadable content,
Yes,
and
so
great games. So I'm just hoping that it's not an outlier of something that's going to happen where CD Projekt Red is no longer there.
I wouldn't mind.
I love The Witcher. Great game.
You should marry him.
I might. Geralt's a hunky
Yes.
man. And the last one, and I know AJ is going to love this one, and Brady too.
Skyrim.
No. Overwatch. And this is the one that I sadly never got into, so
I don't see how you never got into it. Again,
really
I don't know how somebody could say it's not standing up to the test of time, because it just came out like last year. On the other hand, I haven't played it in like forever, because other games,
Destiny mainly for me.
other games were more important to play. It's a really good game if you're with a team that actually wants to do the objective, and you're not on that stupid Highway 69 map.
Yep. Like if you have at least 3 people all playing that like you included, so 2 others, you have a much better chance of winning.
Yep.
Just because that communication is so important.
You're going to be able to say, hey, go to the objective, and But as it stands, like right now, I do know that they have like a really bad issue with like griefers and shit players right now that Blizzard is trying to take care of.
How so?
So apparently, they're going to start striking out bans for people who have shit attitudes on that game and stuff.
I think it's more like the harassers and stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah,
People-
like they're true shitlords.
Like, oh great, you're playing fucking Junkrat, what a noob.
No,
that?
like you should go kill yourself, you stupid fucking faggot.
Well, that's just good old fashioned online talk.
Oh, that's Xbox Live talk.
Yeah.
Nobody talks on PlayStation.
Nobody really
PlayStation
that
doesn't
anymore.
have voice comms. No, but like,
I'm okay with that, having your game be an inviting.
yeah,
place for
they
people to
want it
play.
to be a more inviting,
Yeah.
open environment for tournament play. That's what that game is built for.
Yeah, because
It's-
they always say like online games are not rated by the ESRB.
Yeah.
Just for that reason alone.
I mean, they might as well just say it's M to AO
Yeah.
is what online
But
is rated.
I never understood why game creators didn't manage that on their own.
Blizzard has always been pretty good about that with like their personal MMOs
Yeah.
and their personal games that they had a power over.
Well, plus it's
With
their, it's
Battle.net?
on, yeah, it's on their platform, so that it has a negative connotation to them.
Exactly. So I mean, I can totally understand why they're
Yeah.
doing what they're doing.
They have
and
ultimate
I pretty
control.
much agree with it.
But yeah, hats off to Blizzard for doing that. That's good. You should go to a game and expect to enjoy your time in it,
Yeah, and it just
unless you're playing Destiny 2.
yeah, right. Hey, at least I play on PS4 where nobody talks.
Yeah. No, it does on Xbox. They do. Everybody parties up anymore.
Now, here are some, because I've been looking at today some just Reddits and stuff like that to see what other people think. First one, Crash Bandicoot,
The original?
the original.
Original's fun as heck.
It
Released
looks like
in 1996.
looks like straight garbage.
Although
It
those,
does.
oh yeah, but those levels where you're running away from something towards the camera, why would you ever think that's a good design?
That was revolutionary, man.
I know, but playing now, it's like I suck at games because you're trying
Crash
to
Bandicoot's like the
Yeah.
Dark Souls of
early PS1 games.
yeah.
It's fun. I spent so much time playing that game, mostly because I didn't know how to use a memory card. But that's besides
Oh
the
my
point.
god, you and the unable to comprehend a memory card thing is just the most flabbergasting thing to me because you're young.
I was a dumb kid.
You're young and you should know technology. I know technology. I'm a youngin'.
But I was young at the time, so I just, this game's really hard. You just gotta keep playing from the beginning and hope you see the end. Like an NES game.
I would I would have to say it's still really fun to play. I remember playing the shit out of it. I remember just yelling out "Ooga booga, ooga booga." Yeah. So I mean, I loved it. It looks like a fucking hot mess, though.
Yeah. I'm sure nostalgia would get in the way of a lot of criticism. For
Well,
it.
I mean, you could just get the remasters.
Yeah.
and-
Or Uncharted 4, there's the first level in that game. You play a game in a game. It's gameception.
dude, that's meta.
Bwong!
That's meta as fuck.
Meta.
Woke as fuck, fam.
So another one that we talked about earlier, but Counter-Strike 1.6. So not the CS Source or CSGO or CS whatever the newest one is. Global.
Gameception. Sorry. A late burn.
I think it still it doesn't stand up with graphics, but the gameplay I think is still loads of fun.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that I'm so used to being able to look down the sights that it kind of messes with me because you don't do that in Counter Strike. If you hit the shift, I think it is, you kind of zoom in just a little bit to where like your cursor will tighten up and you're just walking, you're not running. But that game is so much fun because I loved it because it had bullet spread. You can be like Counter Strike and just have the M16 or the M4A1 and be like, all right, I'm going to put a silencer on you and hit the thing, and I'm not really going to have a lot of recoil. But you could, I mean, like with the AK-47, you had to kind of burst it. And if you started in center mass, you could usually kind of get a headshot in there. So I think that game stands the test of time, and I think it always will.
Halo 2 definitely holds up.
Yeah.
One game for me, and that's what got this topic in my head, was I loved Diablo 2. And I think on our Diablo 2 cast, or Diablo cast,
Oh yeah, we've talked extensively about it.
I have bowed down at the altar that is Blizzard's probably one of their best games. And I tried to play it, and I was like, I had all these great memories. And I don't know if it just was that the US East server was just pooping out, but I uploaded it, or downloaded it, and was getting ready, got my character, was going to play just to see, how it kind of stood up. It just was so choppy and so just awful in graphics and in...
Well,
it
it's
just-
because your computer can't handle it.
Yeah.
Your iBuy-power computer just isn't strong enough to play Diablo 2. It can play Diablo 3 just fine, but that's because they tweaked the engine to make it run on anything. Dude, I was playing Diablo 3 on a potato earlier, and it was fucking great. I was getting 120 frames per second. It was crazy.
Crazy. Here's
Crazy taxi. Here we go.
So there's a Crazy Taxi. Does that one stand up? I think so.
Probably.
It looks wonderful and it plays wonderful.
It's because it's Dreamcast, my favorite system of all time.
Yeah. I've never played a Dreamcast. I'm agreeing for podcast's sake.
Here's a game that I love that I know doesn't stand the test of time, and as much as I don't want to admit it, it just doesn't, and that is Silent Hill 1. Looks like a hot piece of shit. It plays terribly, has the worst tank controls ever. I mean, the only thing that stands up is the story.
And the scares. Because even now, I probably would
Well, yeah,
still
the
be scared of it.
spoops. The spoops are still spoopy. and the story's still story, but everything else about that game is just straight trash. I hate to admit it. Silent Hill is like my favorite series that's ever been committed to bits.
And then what about Final Fantasy VII?
I would say that Final Fantasy VII graphically doesn't really hold up. The cutscenes do.
Yeah.
But you're talking to a guy who's played Final Fantasy VII so many fucking times. Like, I have it on PS4, and I've played it through there. And I'm the only person I know that's ever had a master skill materia, and I mean, like, all my friends play that game. And I don't know anybody else who's ever had a master skill. And I've beat Ruby and Emerald Weapon. So I have 100% full clear on that with everybody's final limit break, including Eris, that you have to, like, do, like, an even number of battles and win them in order to get her final limit and then, like, level up her final limit. So, I mean, to me, that game will always stand the test of time. Don't ask me about the remaster that they're doing, though, because it looks bad.
Well, it's because they're going to do the stupid Final Fantasy 15 live action instead of... Because this is... I know we've said this before, but I'm going to say it again until Square Enix hears my podcast and listens to it.
I'll tweet at him.
But... Because when people said, we want to remaster Final Fantasy VII, all they were basically saying is, we want a Final Fantasy VII.
That looks amazing.
That all we want is updated graphics. Don't change the combat system. Don't change the materia. Don't change anything.
Yeah.
Just put it into the new game with shiny graphics.
And throw some voice acting on it.
Yeah.
If you want. If you want. Though I could see them really fucking that up, too, and, like, giving Cloud some, like, hey, I'm Cloud. Or, you know, like, Titus, like, ha, 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 ha. Or, like, I'm Lord von Rossenberg of Damascus.
I only know about that because Mega 64.
Exactly. It's a beautiful game. The story is great. It's the first PlayStation 1 game that made me cry like a baby. But it's not the first Final Fantasy game that made me cry. So, there's that. I don't know. I would have to say that almost all of Squaresoft's games before they merged with Enix stand up.
Do the early Metal Gear Solid games hold up?
Oh, I think so. I've played the first one multiple times. PlayStation 1.
Well, it looks
about-
like garbage.
It looks like garbage, but the gameplay is
There
stinking
one on,
fun.
Super Nintendo as well?
No, it was on regular Nintendo,
Yeah,
and we
NES.
don't count that
Okay.
because it had nothing to do with Metal Gear Solid.
So I
It just
remember
had a
watching
name.
my friend John play one on PS1.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you sure this is PS1?" He's like, "Yeah." And just the I mean, what's his face is so far ahead of everybody, game development wise. Just watching it, it's like, this is mind blowing.
So next one won't stand up graphically. I think gameplay still is amazing to this day.
Gran Turismo 2.
We'll talk about that one next. GoldenEye.
Oh,
I could still sit down and play that on Complex or Facility
Yeah.
and just mine the crap out of my little hiding spot. And
Turn the gravity off.
Can you turn
and-
gravity off?
Yeah, you can turn it almost off.
How did you didn't have a jump button in there, did you?
I remember being able to. I remember playing with my cousins, and there was 0 gravity.
I feel like you're lying to me right now.
Well, I'm not.
that game did not have jump.
I might be
Second
remembering
off,
something else.
unpopular opinion, I really didn't like GoldenEye either.
I love my cousin and
Because
I.
like everybody would always just pick short round, and then it's like, oh,
Odd job.
he's short and he's round. I can.
Well, the funny thing is that the
Here-
actor was like
Oh, Mr.
5'8"
Jones.
or 5'9".
Here. Second off, I don't like
Most
James
racist
Bond.
character that
Clearly, I don't like James Bond movies because I just called him Short Round from Indiana Jones. Dr. Jones! Dr. Jones, he's bleeding!
Yeah, that game's fun still.
Yeah, like anytime I tried playing it, someone who's just, I'm going to be Odd Job, and it's just like,
see my cousin and I would always play it, and we'd just play like proximity mines, and So we'd make him off limits. So you had to pick somebody else, so your normal character. And then we just always it was a race to get to that one, because I think it's complex or facility. I think complex.
Great names.
But you'd go up a ramp, and there's always the mines up there. So whoever got there first was basically going to win the game, unless the other person, because all we had was the proximity mines. So you'd throw them so that you'd kind of trap yourself up there, but then the other person couldn't get you.
Yeah.
But there were ways to throw them in certain windows and through the floor. And so you try and blow up their mines with your mines to kill them. So, I don't know. I just have great memories of playing hours of proximity mine.
I think I had more fun playing Bomberman 64.
See, I could never get into Bomberman.
I think I had more fun playing Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
Oh, I love that game. That was another fun one. Where
That
I
one,
friends.
I enjoyed playing multiplayer.
Turok 1, I didn't care for. Turok 2, I think, was the one that had
I played Turok
cerebral
1.
bore.
Turok 1 had a cerebral bore.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cerebral Bore is an awesome slam band.
It's also an awesome weapon.
God. Yeah, I hated it because you knew you were going to die as soon as you heard that little
Yep.
coming through the air. You just started running, hoping that it wasn't going to hit you, and it always did.
They have a good song called 24-Hour Party Dungeon. Look it up. That's how
You just made every listener vomit when they listen to it.
It's a good song.
That's how the
Yeah,
vocals
dude, drop the hammer.
in every slam song sound.
Heavy metal.
Let's see here. Next one. Resident Evil 1. Or 2. Or 3. Code Veronica. Code Veronica, I think, would stand up okay-ish.
Another game
For
with
graphics.
with bad tank controls, the worst voice acting on
worst-
the planet.
Voice acting and the animations to go along with it.
Don't worry, Jill. I brought this. Whoa, you almost became a Jill sandwich. Like, Barry, I love you, but your voice actor was terrible. And then it had that full motion video opening. It was just so weird. I have no clue what. The game was groundbreaking. It broke the ground. It was so good. It was great. It was nothing you experienced before. It was a fear level that was holy shit, I didn't know video games could do this. It paved the way for a lot of wonderful horror games that came out in its wake, like Silent Hill, Clock Tower. There's tons of them.
Basically everything.
Everything. But, man, just everything about that game really does suck. But if you play it on...
That's a quote you put on the back of the box.
Groundbreaking game. The grandfather of all modern horror games. But it sucks.
Everything about it.
If you play it on GameCube, or a remaster, I have it on PS4. Wonderful game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't play like shit. And they updated some of the acting, so it doesn't look just like somebody. This is how you act by being a wacky waving
inflatable tube man.
Yeah. Which I saw a really funny video of one of those. They'd pinned down its hands, so it was just twerking its ass. And it was to a really sweet trap beat. Thank you, Internet.
Yep.
I think mostly this kind of turns into a nostalgia thing of just games that we've played on PlayStation 1.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid to really dig at games. There's this game called Felony 1179, and I played it, and I loved it, and then later in life I found it, I bought it, because I was like, oh, I can't wait to play this again, and I pop it, and it was just pure shit. I was like, what did I love about this game? This game sucks. It's same thing with another game called D. I loved it. It was a great puzzler game, had elements of horror and cosmic stuff, but I tried playing and it was like shit on a platter. Eat it. Just eat it. It's not even a silver platter. They gave it to you on Walmart plasticware, you know? And it's just so bad. There's so many games that I loved. And the keyword there is loved. And I just don't love them anymore because
I think that's
they're
the big
hot
thing.
garbage.
I think
now.
that's the thing that if you love a game,
don't replay
don't
it.
play it
Yep.
unless they remaster and polish the crap
Well,
out of it.
Here's the thing: they're gonna polish and remaster System Shock, and I'm really looking forward to that because that was a game that pioneered horror for PC first-person shooter, and then ended up being the groundwork for BioShock. So I'm really looking forward to playing that.
And Bioshock, I think, because that one's relatively
yeah.
oldish, that one still stands the test time, even if you're not playing the remastered version. Still
Yeah.
an amazing
That one,
game.
I feel like it will never feel old and clunky.
And Bioshock Infinite will never not look good.
They're all
All
excellent
really
games.
excellent games. Yeah.
well, and they're
Even though BioShock 2 is clearly the loser of the bunch.
Yeah, it's the.
But it's
No,
still the
no.
BioShock game.
Notice I didn't bring it up, guys. I was attacked.
Hey,
I was attacked.
Hey, Dark Souls 2 is the shittiest Dark Souls game, but it's still a Dark Souls game, which means it's still a higher caliber than other games. BioShock 2 is a shitty BioShock 2 game, but it's still a BioShock game.
Is this supposed
which
to
means
appease
that
me?
it's
Like, oh
great.
yeah, you're right. No,
And I will say, Bioshock, I can still never play, and I'm usually like a bad person in games.
Oh yeah, I can't kill the girls.
I can't do it. Even before I had a daughter, I couldn't do it. I can never play that game and be the bad person who harvests all the little sisters.
yep.
Can't do it.
I just beat it and I got the trophy for saving every little sister.
Now, do they have is there a trophy for,
Oh yeah, there's a trophy for killing them all.
just
so I will never
I
platinum?
think it's called dealt with every little sister. Either way you go, which I can't imagine killing.
Well, that's good then.
harvesting them.
No, that one is just like making sure that you got them all. Then there's one
Oh,
where it's like
then,
saved
yeah,
all little
yeah.
sisters or
Harvested all.
harvested them all. And I could never live with myself if I harvested. I can't play evil in a video game at all. Ever since Fable 1, I really tried.
Oh, I was a bad person in Fable
really
1.
tried. I tried so hard
I
to be
had
evil.
the full.
Oh, yeah.
Full grown horns.
I was
Like-
like some emaciated devil.
Yep.
Like, I tried so hard. Yeah, I'm going to start this game off like a little shit. I'm running around and I'm doing bad deeds like, fuck your chocolates. I don't want them. I ain't going to fucking get your coins by doing that. And then, like, I get up to that little girl and she's like, will you help me find my teddy? And I'm just like, punch.
Fuck you.
And then she started crying and then I just put down my controller. I was like, I can't do this.
That's
I just can't.
And I'm not sure if the people at who were the people who made that game?
Lionhead.
Lionhead Studio and Peter Monalou.
Peter Molyneux, the giant head.
Yeah, were somewhat. I don't know if they were sexist or not, but because in Fable 1 I played a guy, and you were supposed to be able to eat food and you'd get fatter, and I ate the crap out of like just awful foods when I was a devil because I wanted my guy to be big and beefy and be this BA evil guy, and all I could do is just be this scrawny little guy
Like a
who
muscle demon.
yeah, and I couldn't do it. I ate everything and anything I could get my hands on.
I had a chubby guy.
Fable 2 comes around. I play a girl, and
You got round as fuck.
she got super fat, and I could not get her to not be fat. I was like, "What is going on here?" So I think this is unproven, but I think that Lionhead may be a little bit sexist.
Yep.
Because if a woman eats, they get fat instantly.
Yep.
I'm Peter Monalou. I don't know if this is the right accent or not, but any woman that
He's
eats
British.
is fat. Well, I just made him a really shitty New Yorker.
I think he's French.
Peter Molyneux.
Oh, yeah, like he has an EAUX at the end of his name, so he's definitely French.
Molyneux.
I think it's Monalou.
It's Monalou.
The X is silent.
Molyneux.
It's like your rouleau.
Molyneux.
It's like your rouleau.
Yeah. Molyneux.
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 Who cares?
The L is first.
Well, do you guys have anything you would like to add for games you?
Fable.
They're fun.
It's fun. It's
I
fun.
agree.
Not Fable
an
2.
STD
Fable
in
2.
Fable.
Did
Not
you?
Fable
I did
3.
too.
Oh, who
I had
didn't?
I had like 6 wives.
Yep.
The
And
best
one
part
in
of-
each town.
And
Oh,
I,
dude,
I never went
Fable
back
1
for my kids either. I was a terrible.
Fable 1 was deeply, deeply anti-gay. Because, like, you could marry a dude. I didn't get a wedding dowry for marrying a dude. But I married a chick, and I got, like, tons of dowry. Give it to me. But when I got the husband,
Yeah.
nothing
Oh, wow.
at all. I didn't even... And it was just like, now I've got to buy this motherfucker a house out of my pocket.
And got to give him these jewelry and flowers and chocolate to keep him happy.
I think he ended up divorcing me.
You're probably better for it. You sound like a real prick. He's using you, AJ.
I knew he was.
His family didn't want you to have him.
I know. But I had a bisexual character, so that was interesting. I don't like any Fable after Fable 1, though.
I like
It's
Fable 2.
2 is fine. 3 tried to do too much.
Was that the one where you had to, like, save
You
the
had
kingdom?
to have
or
the biggest bank in the world in order to get a good ending. So even if you saved the kingdom and granted everybody's wishes, if you didn't have the money in the bank, you still got the bad ending.
See,
So
on
it was
Fable
like
2...
an Ayn Rand simulator.
Yeah.
On Fable 2, I saved right before you went, and like you could choose to like res your dog, or save this other person, or do the bad ending.
Mm-hmm.
So I saved right before then, so I could do the 2 that I didn't want, and then my final save that I then went out into the world and played was one where you brought back your dog, because I love that dog. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like dog meat.
I don't know,
I have to have it.
those dog emotes were pretty BA. Like,
They were. Plus, he found all the treasure. He was such a good dog.
He's a good puppy.
R.I.P.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Speaking of that song, I love the cover from Disturbed.
Oh,
So
you're
good.
You're terrible.
So good.
It is. I don't mind it either.
It is. The guy's voice is just amazing for that song. It's so powerful.
He's down with the sickness.
Now, here's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there are any games out now that won't stand the test of time?
A lot of them.
There's
Well,
plenty.
I'm saying like kind of AAA, games that people just love, play all the time, but just...
Every single Call of Duty that's ever been made.
See, I disagree.
The minute
Except for 2 and-
there's only Modern Warfare 4 and Modern Warfare 2.
Now, are we talking like multiplayer or story? Because the story is...
First Black Ops is great.
The
First and second Black Ops are
Yeah.
amazing.
3's fun too. It's just a superhero game though.
I will say, and I know I'm alone on ledge on this one, but I loved Infinite Warfare. Like the story. I don't really
wanted
care.
to play it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
just nobody I know bought it, so I could
Well,
borrow
sometime I think I'm signed on to your PlayStation. Just hop over on mine and download it.
it. I can't.
Why?
It'll still not let me play it unless I'm signed into your.
Yeah, so just tell me, hey David, I'm going to be playing Infinite Warfare tonight. Okay, I'll go play computer.
I might buy it used.
The story was amazing. It made me care about what would you call it? It's a robot, but android maybe. I don't know,
Yeah.
Augmented human.
possibly because it looks like a robot, so it's not data, but it's also able to do things that humans aren't.
Oh, what's the name for that? Cyborg.
Possibly, sure. Cyborg, android, something, whatever. It's a robot that I actually had feelings for because there's this one mission where you're, I think, in Jupiter, and so your ship pops in, and then Kit Harington's ship, whatever his character's name is, Apollo or something, his ship pops in and is like right next to yours, and so you're trying to fight it off, and then your ship has to leave, so it's basically you and this robot, and then you get a hole in your suit, but you're still able to. Because I mean, there is atmosphere because you're in the upper crust of the planet, so you're still rotating with it, but you're not falling.
You're at a
Yeah, so you're in outer
velocity.
space. Yeah, and
So you're in its gravity well.
yeah, and you're just left there, but another ship comes and gets you because you basically black out, and then the robot's there just kind of holding you as you're. I don't know. It's just this amazing moment in the game that still sends shivers down my back. Made me cry the first time I played it. Awesome. I love the game. I mean, sure, it's superhero. You have double jump. You can do all this stuff. You're hovering, but I mean, you're
Well,
hovering
it
in
is
outer
the
space.
future.
I love it.
It's not out of
I think it's a great
place.
game, and you should give it. At least the single player is awesome. Online play, it's okay.
It's what we've come to.
Yeah,
know.
it's not
It's
Modern
Call of
Warfare
Duty.
2,
If they
3, or 4.
changed anything, there would be an uproar. So
Yeah, so it's not Modern Warfare 2, 3, or 4 in its amazingness of online multiplayer, but this single player is absolutely gorgeous and amazing.
By the way, when I said Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, I meant Call of Duty 4.
Call of Duty 4. The first one.
And then Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 didn't really stand up at all when it first came out.
No, 3 was a letdown.
Which is terrible because I bought like the Super Special Edition, came like in the big box,
controller.
and like I got like that Elite Metal card.
Yeah.
Like, because I was an Elite founder. Remember Call of Duty Elite, guys?
I do. I love
yeah.
that. Had your clan on there.
Hey, dude. I all I know is that I was like ranked in the top 1,000 for domination caps
Nice.
for a long ass time.
That's just
Nobody
I was
wanted to play domination.
I was like in the top 500 for like the first like 6 months that game came out.
Well, yeah, because that's the match type where you spawn trap them and then you get your kill streaks. And then
No, I was a major flag capper.
no,
That's
but
all
I'm
I
saying
did.
that's how most people
Well,
play.
nobody would cap flags. They still don't.
No,
I do.
But I do too. So I always play the objective. So I always have an awful kill to
Like when we played the Crucible. That was fun.
Besides that, I had crappy weapons. So I just would go and cap stuff and then get killed.
I did too. There were like 290s in there. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, because there's just one guy who, in our game, who just had a rocket launcher, and he would always just like hover over the purple ammo spot.
Yep.
And then I would come running up to him and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna cap B." Nope, I'm not.
I remember there was like a funnel that like we had to go through. Even though I found a way to go around and I ended up knocking out a bunch of people, and then you guys finally came through the funnel spot where they were bottlenecking the end. But like there was a guy just sitting there with a Mida multi-tool just like cap.
you mean the meta
cap.
multi-tool?
Yeah.
I don't use the multi-tool online anymore because I feel dirty using it. Because it's so easy to get kills with.
Because it's a wonderful...
Yeah, but then everyone uses it and sits and camps.
Well, yeah, it's like the meta for online.
Yeah.
But...
You want... If we're in Destiny talk, I'll give you a hot...
Hot take?
Hot take. If you want to be really good, you use the Last Hope energy weapon. It's a sidearm. You'll kill people in 4 trigger pulls with it. It has max stability right off the bat, and oh, it's so good. Give it a shot if you have it. If it's sitting in your vault, and you're like, should I scrap it? Give it a shot.
I'm pretty sure I've scrapped like 3 of those.
Yeah. But like the Crucible weapons they give you for when you cash in tokens are very good in Crucible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get in the meta hard. I hit this game like I'm not gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna get as good as I can as fast as I can. Like when I'm playing with friends, like, why aren't you taking this serious as I am? This is important. Stop dying.
Dude, you sound like Rick over there.
Rick, Sarah?
No, like from Rick and Morty. You're like,
Sanchez.
why aren't you taking this more serious, Morty?
Morty, you fucking suck, you stupid noob.
Why aren't you attacking the boss? Why are you?
I regret my daughter ever marrying that slug of a dad and having you.
Such a good show.
great.
That will stand the test of time.
Unlike the new seasons of The Simpsons.
Oh,
Hot
sick
take?
burn. That's not even a hot take.
I know.
That's general
The
consensus.
Simpsons have not been good for years.
Just let it die, Matt. Groaning.
How many years is it? 20 some odd years?
Yeah, they should have stopped after season 9, though.
Well, when you got that cash cow popping money out,
Yeah,
the
I
golden
guess.
goose of Fox.
Why do you think we still do this?
It's not for the money.
My pocket's full of nothing.
For the lulz. Lul sec.
Well, I think this is going to be a good place to end it.
Yep.
Once again,
Oh, we
thank
didn't
you.
talk about Gran Turismo 2.
No, Gran Turismo 2. Fine. We'll talk about Gran Turismo 2.
It looks wonderful, plays wonderful. Okay.
I don't
so,
think-
thank you very much for your time.
I think the looks don't really stand up very well, but the gameplay is
It's
amazing.
still really good for
I'm
a
not saying-
PlayStation 1 game.
I know. It's good, but it's
Though that was like the first game where I felt like everything looked really real in it.
Yeah.
I still hate the Camaro from that game.
Why would you drive that? Why would you drive
Because
that?
I was poor in the beginning of the game, and that's what I could buy.
You got good.
I was
with it.
young and I needed the money.
So I would have to feather the throttle. I could beat everybody on the straightaways, and then I'd lose it all on the corners.
Yep.
Because I'd spin out and go the wrong way.
That's like
Bang
being
into a
like,
wall.
yeah, guys, I'm buying a Dodge Viper. Just spin city, bitch. Spin city, bitch.
Chirping in third gear, bruh. Banging gears.
All right, well, thank you for listening this week. Hopefully it has been an enjoyment for you as much as it has been for us.
Put your own suggestions and thoughts on Facebook about games that you played that still hold up.
Yeah, leave some comments. Why don't you post on there? Let us know what you think, how we can make things better for you. Just let us know. Give us the facts.
Yep.
This is when everyone's going to be like, I really hate AJ. Just get him off the show.
All right, and as always, I have been Brady.
I once was AJ, but now I'm so much more.